The Ottawa Redblacks are short favorites over the Toronto Argonauts in the nation's capital on Saturday in the first game of the CFL's triple header. Ottawa is coming off a blowout loss to BC, while the Argonauts were upset yet again by their rival Hamilton Tiger Cats. Can the Redblacks get some separation between them and Toronto in the standings, or will the Argonauts get even with Ottawa at 7 wins?
This is about as critical a game as you could have in that East Division playoff race this year. And I think it's a critical game for what Chad Kelly is going to be this season, because we all saw what Nathan Rourke did in his third game back. Kelly, of course, was a little bit more ready to go being in that system while suspended. But the first 2 weeks, yes, he's thrown for over 300 yards in both, but it hasn't been spectacular in either of them. Has not necessarily been the player that won MOP a year ago. If he can come back to that, if he's fired up from that Labor Day loss against the rival Ticats and shows out, this could be a turning point for the Argonauts season. If he doesn't, the Ottawa Redblacks are going to take over the race for second place. They'll have a decided advantage, and that could have ramifications for the playoff seeding down the line. So I'm going to bet on the Argos here. I think they are going to pull the upset over the Redblacks, but this is going to be a tight game, in my opinion.
I'm with you, JC, on that one. I do think that Bryce Carter missing practice this week due to an adductor injury. As of this recording, we don't know if he's going to play. You'd have to think it's unlikely that he plays. That would be a big boost for the Argonauts because I think Ottawa has arguably the best edge rushers in the CFL, and if you're limited to just Lorenzo Malden, then I think that maybe makes things a little bit more easy for the Argonauts to protect, a little bit more easy to attack one side of that defense. I also do think that the Argos, however, will lose Deshaun Amos here, their strong side halfback, their boundary halfback, who got injured very late in the Labor Day Classic matchup against the Hamilton Tiger Cats when Bo Levi Mitchell hit that deep shot late to Brendan O'Leary Orange. Amos is one of the best defensive backs in the CFL, and this is also a team that just released Mason Pierce, who I thought played at an all-star level last season at defensive back. So I'm a little worried about Toronto's secondary. I'm also a little worried about going against Drew Brown 2 weeks in a row because Drew Brown did have a down game last game. He doesn't have a lot of down games back to back, but I think that Toronto's front four is going to be able to get pressure against the Redblacks here. So I will cautiously take the Argonauts, but I agree. I think this is going to be a last possession field goal type of game. The Redblacks have played a ton of nail biters this season. I think this is going to be yet another one.